Some noise for Ilya Orlov, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, wake up. Let's do this.
Hello, guys. It's so great to be in India. I was visiting Filecoin events since the last year, and my good friends are like the founder of Lighthouse Storage and the both founders of Huddle. And every time I was actually meeting them somewhere like around the world, in Hong Kong or in Singapore, I was every time telling them, guys, I'm dreaming to come and visit Bangalore. And now, finally, 2 days ago, I came to Bangalore, and I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much, guys. It's an honor and pleasure to be in this amazing city and to see all of you, all your bright eyes. I swear, this is the first Web3 conference that I'm actually attending, where I see so many bright minds and so many developers, who are gathering and then building something. Guys, you're absolutely great. The fact that Juan and Protocol Labs made the decision actually to launch a dev guild for India next year, I really believe this is actually a perfect solution. I would definitely do the same. So my name is Ilya Orlov. Let me introduce myself, and right now I'm going to have a lightning talk about actually what the fuck is happening in the decentralized storage space, because there are even many devs who don't really understand, because there is a mess. If you try to Google it, you can find some articles where gateways into IPFS would be called competitors to IPFS, even though they work together with IPFS. So we have all kind of different stuff actually happening. So a little bit about me. My name is Ilya Orlov. You can follow me on LinkedIn or you can follow me on Twitter. I'm going to be here in Bangalore for the next 10 days, and you can DM me and we can meet up and discuss anything you are interested about. So actually I'm also go by the name Underkong. That's when the underdog met the King Kong, they fell in love, and that's how I was born. So why am I talking here actually today? We have been building on Filecoin for 1.5 years, and we became the app of the month in July, and we received a grant from Filecoin. We had prizes on 2 hackathons, and we also participated in 2 stages of Filecoin virtual machine incubation program. So in general, like a couple of years ago when I met Piyush, the guy who actually told me about FVM and has onboarded us into the Filecoin ecosystem, now, I didn't really see like the evolution of blockchain like I see it now, and it's really interesting. Like if you take back a look at 2016, you can see that there was the whole hype was just around the token. Like startups were releasing the token, giving some promises and trading these tokens on success. That's it. The whole thing went down like really rapidly. And then in 2020 we came kind of like a second stage of the evolution of blockchain, where it all was going around tokens plus smart contracts. So all this basic DAO, NFT and DeFi stuff, like basic minting, voting and swapping and staking as an experiment, but there was kind of like no real value. That's why the whole thing collapsed really rapidly as well. And now we are finally coming to the third stage of the evolution of blockchain, where we have a token, smart contracts, and the data. And the data is the missing piece which brings actually the real value into the Web3. And I really believe that data economy is going to be something that's going to lead us to the mass adoption of the crypto, because we need this real value inside to actually come to the mass adoption and to prove the whole world that actually blockchain can literally redefine the way the world is functioning right now. So first, and also here, the main idea is that if we want to build a decentralized web for the better future of humanity, it's impossible without the decentralized storage, because we get enhanced privacy and security, we get enhanced resistance to attacks, and a lot of additional stuff. So here we can see that decentralized storage actually has a lot of advantages if we compare it to centralized storages. I'm not going to stay here too long because I don't have much time. So what is the proper decentralized storage? You gotta have a file system, you gotta have a blockchain with smart contracts, a programmable public chain, you gotta have hardware for validation, and you gotta have hardware for actual storage. And this is what right now actually Filecoin is, I would say, leading in the world. There's no other project that has done so much work in that space. And also, Filecoin is actually, as decentralized storage, is much cheaper, because imagine like Google Drive or Amazon, like imagine how many top managers they would have. And their organizational structure is much more complex, is much bigger, and much more expensive. Doing storage in a decentralized way is actually the most efficient way how decentralized storages can be, how the storage got to be working in the internet. So also, I think this is interesting to understand. Not many people really pay attention to this, but I think we can divide like decentralized storages, like in three groups. So the first one is distributed storage. So IPFS, for example, it's a distributed storage. And then we have decentralized but not programmable storages. It means that there are no smart contracts on this decentralized storages. And we have the most interesting networks here who can store a lot of data and can also be programmed. So, and the main magic around the whole like decentralized storage story is actually the computation over data. Because imagine we have a network with a lot of open data, and then we have smart contracts like to program some kind of logic, and imagine we add AI here. So decentralized storage, this is the spot where actually blockchain connects with AI, and this is where the real magic can appear. So, as you all know, IPFS is distributed storage, which is using actually like CIDs to find like different files instead of roots. And here's how it works. So instead of location-based identifier, IPFS, each file in IPFS has its own CID, content ID, the unique hash. And you can make sure your files are stored on IPFS, pinned on IPFS if you run your own node, or if your content is so popular that other nodes would run it, or you can run your own network of nodes if you have your own team to maintain the whole story, or you can just pay like Pinata service or like $50 or $100 to any kind of a service that would clean the files for you actually. So you make sure that the files are staying in IPFS. And what is Filecoin? Filecoin is actually IPFS with blockchain together. It's another network which is using IPFS protocol, but is also combined with a Rust blockchain, which actually became programmable in March this year when FVM was launched. It was a really big and great thing to happen. So here I want to show you a couple of gateways into Filecoin and IPFS that we would prefer to use. I would definitely recommend Lighthouse Storage. It's actually a project which is launched by the Indian team as well, and we at FileMarket, we are using Lighthouse Storage, and we are super happy about that. I would definitely recommend all of you guys who are building something also get in touch with the Lighthouse Storage team. So pretty much this is how FVM works. I was talking before about computation over data concept. Let's say it's a simple explanation, just like to give you a quick overview of how it would work. So we could use the front end pretty much to interact with FVM, and FVM can interact directly with the files, can do the direct computation over files in Filecoin. But that's going to be possible a little bit later, as soon as Rust smart contract is going to go live on Filecoin. So here's our project that we are building. It's called FileMarket. We have invented our own encrypted file token protocol. It's a modified ERC 721 standard with attached encrypted data containers. And we are right now deployed on Filecoin and ZK Sync. And pretty much it's a peer-to-peer platform for trading any digital goods, with a big difference to like Web2 competitors, because we have 100% privacy. All the keys to the files are stored on the client side. It's fully permissionless, we have on-chain privacy. Of course, also we have secondary market and ability to get royalties, instant payouts, and perpetual decentralized storage thanks to Lighthouse Storage and Filecoin that we are using in the backend. This is how EFT is actually working. We are using asymmetric encryption to transfer the access to the new owner. So when you're minting something, you first use the symmetric encryption, and then when you find out who is the new buyer, so he will tell you his public key, we will then use the asymmetric encryption, and then we transfer the key on-chain, and then he is able to decrypt the file and get the access. We also have launched File Buddies. You probably have seen already a roll-up at the entrance. FileBangalore became the biggest ever cross-marketing campaign in the Filecoin ecosystem, and it helped us to become the app of the month. And we are really thankful to Filecoin and IPFS team for that. So thank you very much for your attention, guys. And let's meet again. And I hope I'm going to come next year to India as well. And most importantly, may the force be with you.
Thank you so much, Ilya.